Okay, before we get to what Evie told me, there's a lot you guys need to know. If you're just joining us from TikTok, welcome J Squad. There's some things I couldn't show on TikTok, so be sure to stick around for the entire video to see never before seen footage. And if you're joining us from YouTube, be sure to tap the link in my description to follow the entire journey on TikTok. And if you'd like to become part of the J Squad, be sure to ring that bell and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to leave your comments so I can pick my favorite subscriber comments for the next video. Speaking of which, here are my favorite subscriber comments from the last video. Don't forget, there's a special going on right now for all J Squad merch. Tap the link in my description to get your coupon code today. Okay, now let's get to it. It all started earlier this week when I had a load of laundry I needed to do. And when I say load, I mean more like a pile. And when I say pile, I mean more like a huge mound of clothes that was taking over my entire house. So it was time for laundry. So I grabbed the first batch and I headed outside. But I was stopped immediately when I saw someone walk into the laundry room that I had never seen before. This always happens to me when I'm trying to do laundry. Can anyone else relate? If you share a laundry room, I'm sure you know the feeling. I figured he might be just using the dryer and the washer could be free. So I waited to see if he came out, and then I waited, and I waited, but he never came out of the laundry room. What is he doing in there? There's not a table to fold clothes. It's literally just a water heater, a dryer, and a washing machine. Weird, right? I waited for over an hour, and he still didn't come out. It was when I was intently watching the laundry room's exit for his departure when I saw something really bizarre happen inside the laundry room. Take a look for yourself. What is that? I've never seen the lights do that before. So I went to check it out right away. The moment I walked into the laundry room, I noticed there was no one inside. I thought he may be hiding, but I looked around and the entire laundry room was empty, but there was something on the floor. When I looked down, I saw this pile of clothes. At first, I didn't think much of it. I thought, oh, he must have dropped some clothes while he was doing his laundry. No big deal. It wasn't until I looked closer that I saw that it wasn't just clothes. There were also a pair of boots underneath the clothes. Again, I tried to tell myself that it was no big deal and that maybe he just left them there for some reason that I didn't know about. But the way they were piled atop each other made it look like he had just vanished out of his clothing into thin air, and all that was left was his clothing and his shoes. He even left his iPhone and his wallet in the pants. Who does that? Needless to say, I was extremely weirded out. And to add to that sensation, I could swear someone was watching me. But when I looked around, no one was there. Not even outside the window or the door. So I went back inside and I watched again, and I waited and I waited and I waited. And finally, the buzzer went off and I saw this. That's right. He walked out of the laundry room after I had just checked and nobody was in there. Can someone please explain this to me? After I saw him walk out with his laundry, I was convinced there had to be some sort of door in there that he went through. So I went back and checked out the entire room, but I didn't find anything except this. Sitting on the dryer was this bottle of oil. At first, it didn't look too familiar, but then I thought about it some more. I didn't recognize it right away, but after giving it some thought, I knew exactly where I had seen it. It was inside my neighbor's apartment. It was when I was visiting her for help. I noticed she had all sorts of different bottles and vials, but this one I remember specifically. So I thought I'd just ask her about it, but when I went over to see, she wouldn't answer the door, or at least no one was home. So I decided since the laundry was free, I better get my clothes washed. I definitely needed a change. But on my way out of the laundry room, I saw this huge rat right in front of the door. I freaked out and ran inside. Rats freak me out, but cockroaches are a whole other level. In fact, speaking of cockroaches, while we were filming this very YouTube, we were interrupted by a cockroach. I feel like I'm obligated to show you the footage, so here you go. What? Shut up, shut up, shut up. Is it really? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can't do this. Get a cup, get a cup, get a cup. Oh my god, it's going under the couch. Get a cup. Oh my god, it's running, it's running. I can't do this. This is the one thing I can't do. It's gone, it's under the couch. Where did it come from? Okay, so rats I can deal with, cockroaches absolutely not. But to be honest, I'd rather not deal with either. So I went home, locked my door, got into some nice, fresh, clean clothes. But as soon as I changed, I started hearing noises from next door. My witch neighbor, the one who I just knocked on and who didn't answer. So I tried again, and still no one answered the door. So this time I left a note, just telling Evie to come over when she got the note. And that night she did come over. But before we had the chance to talk, I heard my toilet flush all by itself. And I don't know if I was still freaked out from the rat, but when I got into the bathroom, I was shocked that there was no one inside. How did my toilet just flush by itself? I don't know if it was the rat or the disappearing man, but I started freaking out. I got really flustered and I panicked. Like, a lot, to the point where Evie couldn't calm me down. So my witch neighbor did what she does best, and she placed a spell on me. Don't worry, it was just to get me to calm down, and it did just that. Take a look for yourself.
Okay, please, what are you doing? What?
Yeah, it did hurt when I hit the floor, but when I woke up, I felt a lot better. I still needed answers, and like a lot of answers. She explained to me that the man I saw was her boyfriend, and I told her that I still didn't understand. How could he just disappear? How can a person just vanish like that? I told her I didn't get it. She explained to me that, like herself, her boyfriend is in tune with the earth, and also a witch, or whatever you want to call it. They're witches that are so in tune with the earth that they're able to transform into any other animal, including humans. She assured me that most witches, for the most part, choose one animal and stick to that, as transforming is extremely strenuous when you have to do a new animal. Apparently, when a witch has chosen an animal, they go back and forth very quickly, and sometimes they do it just as a comfort. I get it. Sometimes being a human can be, well, not fun. So Evie's boyfriend went in to do his laundry, and I guess while he was in there, he jumped into his form, a rat, which makes complete sense because that's what I saw right outside the door. It wasn't a rat, it was Evie's boyfriend, Tim. When I asked her why he chose a rat of all things, he said that they were his favorite animal, though they're a lot more intelligent than most people give them credit for. And the fact that he can get into small places. Do I believe that my neighbors can turn into a cat or a mouse? I couldn't tell you for sure, but I can tell you that I think about it every time I see a cat or a rat in my neighborhood. So everything started to make sense. But one thing, how did my toilet flush on its own? That's when she explained that their toilet was broken and that he must have transformed so he could crawl over and use our toilet. But I guess he pieced out before I got in there. He didn't even wash his hands. Or paws. I told her the next time he can just come and ask. He doesn't have to go through all that. I guess what I learned in the end is that everyone's different, and no matter what they look like on the outside, it's what's on the inside that truly counts and what makes a person who they are. So remember, J Squad, don't judge a book by its cover, and make friends based on what's on the inside, not the outside. That's all for tonight, J Squad. Sending my love, over and out. Oh, are you still here? Oh no, that's okay. You should stick around. There's a couple other videos that I think you might want to see. Check it out. Have you seen this one yet? Or what about that one? Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell.